So here's the Peugeot 407 2-litre diesel estate. I know it's got a load of paint in the boot, so I'm going to have to somehow either replace the carpets in the boot or see if I get some sort of fabric dye for it. Bodywork doesn't look too bad. I know it's a grade 5. Sounds a little bit flat, but that should get me home okay. Interior looks okay. It's an ugly mug on the... Oh, I know that's missing as well. So let's see what it looks like inside. Get the key quickly. Can't hold the camera at the same time, unfortunately. So there's the inside of it. Like most cars you get from British car auctions, absolutely disgustingly filthy. Most go through. We Buy Any Car does a good job. They don't knock off any money for the cleanliness of the car. Otherwise, I think these will be spotless when people take them in there. Right, before I start her up, just going to go check all the fluids and stuff are okay. So again, can't do that with the camera in the hand, so I will do that quickly and let's see how they look. Right, so I've just checked the oil and the coolant temperatures and all is okay. So let's see if it starts. Wait for the glow plug. It's got a bit of fuel. It's on a gear. All good. Didn't want to start, but sounds a little bit rough, but let's see. Yeah, it's gone now. There we go. So hopefully it gets me home okay. It needs a good clean. Absolutely filthy. Radio works. That's all good. So yeah, see if it gets me home. And I got back absolutely fine. It's actually a really nice car to drive. I can't see any issues with it apart from when it started. It sounded a little bit rough, but I don't think it's been driven for a while. So it did start. It struggled to start to begin with. Just over 94,000 miles. Temperatures just under 90. Barely even touched the fuel gauge. Everything works at the shell apart from I think the display. When it's hot it dims a little, so it kind of gets a little bit pixelated, but apart from that, 6-speed manual gearbox works. I was pretty surprised to find this was pretty quirky. Electric retractable roof. So yeah, that was pretty funky. It was a bit too warm, sun beaming down, so I had it closed on the journey back. So yeah, it was a nice little touch up. So now to go and put it through an MOT, give it a good clean. I mean, it is pretty funky. All this will tidy up pretty nicely. I can't seem to get the actual boot open for some reason, so I'll have to figure I'll play about with that. But that's a funky little trick. The window opening. There's all the paint. That's all on there as well. So I'll see if I can use some sort of. There's a thing I've got to kind of scrape the bubbles away from carpet, so I'm going to see if that gets rid of that. I'll try it on that, but I don't think it's going to work, so I might have to dye that carpet a little bit. So yeah, that is my next job. So yeah, the boot does open. It just doesn't open with the window compartment open at the same time. Guessing some sort of safety feature maybe. So at least that's something I don't have to worry about. You you know, something we have to fix or anything. So yeah, just getting rid of, I mean, that might even be stained on there, so that ain't going anywhere. It's even on the bumper. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it polishes it out, but very much doubt it. I mean, it's a workhorse car, so I'll scrub it up as best I can, but see how we get on. So I've just got back from the MOT station, and it is a fail, unfortunately. Couple of bulbs by the looks of things. Headlamp aim too low, so I'll adjust the headlights, and a CV boot needs replacing, so that's already booked in for next week at the garage. I'll also get the service brake binding, and I'll see what my garage says about the wheel bearing and the track rod end as well. So yeah, it's not too bad. You know, there's only a couple of minor failures which are easily fixable. Just looking at where they put the seat belts in, obviously to test them, didn't realise I had to take the whole seat down to do that, but never mind. It's absolutely filthy still, so I might just give it a quick clean if I get time over the weekend, before it goes in for the failures. So yeah, I will update you literally in a bit. And we have a pass sheet. So I drove round with the handbrake up like I was told to do, just for a little bit, just to free up the service brake binding, but they said on there, so yeah, nothing I can do about that. The wheel bearing, my garage said literally there's hardly anything wrong with it at all, so there's no point in replacing that, so I haven't. And it's picked up an extra tyre, so in the space of what, 20 miles, whatever it is, I seem to have worn down a tyre. It's all the wheel spinning I do in these 2 litre estates, I suppose. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So it now comes with 12 months ticket on it. I'll also give it a service, and I will literally, hopefully, in a few days or so, if I can do it after work, I will. If not, it's going to have to wait until next weekend now, to give it a good clean. So yeah, that will be the next part of the video, so I'll see you shortly. Now it's time to wash this bad boy. It's absolutely filthy. I've actually been using it for work for the past week or so. Haven't got around to washing it, and it's disgusting on the outside and it's disgusting on the inside. I think there was a previous smoker in it. There's ash everywhere, all in the side areas as well. So yeah, I mean, it's going to take some time, so I think I'm going to do the outside today and the inside of it tomorrow. Before here with the jet wash, going to get some of this Turtle Wax red line on the wheels. Hopefully get most of this brake dust off. I don't think it's going to get rid of all of it, but we shall see. That's the red line stuff doing its magic, and that's my Titan, I think, on this last legs. So I'll be getting another one soon, probably. Giving it a quick splash with the Titan. Give it a quick contact wash, towel dry, and then leave it today and start the interior tomorrow. One is looking a bit more presentable now. Wheels look good. It's still drying. It's not drying at the best at the moment, even with a hand towel, a drying towel rather. I'm not going to polish it because there's so many marks on the bodywork. I'll be honest, I do actually think sometimes, why did I even buy it? But there we go. It was cheap enough at the time, but I've spent quite a bit of money on it. So yeah, wait till the end of the video and you'll see how much I've actually spent on it, and if I've actually made any money. So I'm going to leave it for the time being, do the interior tomorrow, and yeah, hopefully get up for sale within the next day or two. That's the Peugeot all done. Just done the windows and the tyres. and my better half did the inside whilst I was at work. Needs a bit of a light hoover still, but it's not too bad. Looks a lot better than what it did before. So all good enough for pictures, which is literally where I'm about to go now. So yeah, there's a little cheapie, should be up there for sale, hopefully fairly soon. And that's a Peugeot with pictures all taken. It'll be a great workhorse for someone, I think. You know, it's been fairly well looked after. I think the painter or decorator must have had it before, so there's going to paint splashes in the back and all down the back of the car, which won't come out unless I paint it, but I'd much rather it be an honest little car, really. Going for a 2-litre diesel, it goes well, it's got cruise control, you know, eat up all the miles on the motorway if you need it to. I've been using it for work, you know, 40-mile round trip almost, so, and it hasn't missed a beat. It's got 12 months MOT, just put a new service on it as well. So yeah, nice thing really. And they're very comfortable cars as well. Seats are still a little bit grubby, but I didn't clean the inside, so I'll give it another go before I get any potential fuel-ins. And that's it. So I'll also do some, once I've sold it, I'll do some figures of the car and let you guys know how much I'm in it for and how much I have sold it for. So yeah, see you shortly. Morning all. I am in a Peugeot 407 estate, 2-litre diesel, and yeah, it just won't start. I think the battery is on its way out, so in the meantime, Top Don have kindly sent me a Top Don JS 3000 jump starter kit. I've actually got one of these already, so just because they sent me one to review, I thought, why not? You know, I've used them for a while. So you got the engine start bit there, which is basically where you plug in the jump pack, which comes with it. You can, you know, you can put all your gizmos and gadgets through the USB device. It's got a torch. Another USB, so you can kind of connect multiple gadgets at the same time. And yeah, I think it's up to 8-litre engines. So on these, that basically tells you how far or how much charge the actual machine's got. I've had mine for the best part of a year now, and I think I've only ever had to charge it once. So usually when it gets down to about 50%, I give it a charge. So as you can see, I've got power, but it's just not turning over. There you go. So time to give it a jump start, I think. So got it all connected to the positive and negative, and as you can see, it gives it a boost. So press that boost button, hold it down, you hear it click. Now hopefully it should. Wait for the glow plug to go out, and there you go, up and running. So yeah, highly recommend these. I'm going to put a new battery in it now because it's been struggling to start even throughout the summer months, but this little handy tool is going to come to the rescue. So yeah, many thanks to that Top Don. Also, there's a code in the description as well. They've given me a £5 off for anyone who wants one. So yeah, you know, every little helps and all that, so feel free to go out and buy one. I don't get any commission or anything, it's not a sales pitch, so it's just to say you got a £5 off. So yeah, like I said, many thanks to that Top Don. It's also very portable. I mean, it doesn't really weigh that much whatsoever, so you can carry around, put it in the rucksack or whatnot. You know, I use it for when I'm on the train, for example, and charge up my phone. So yeah, handy little tool. It just so happens they sent me one to review. So yeah, enjoy. Lovely little fiver off. They have got other stuff I think I've got as well. So I've also got a I can't remember, I think it's a top-down scanner 8000 BT or 800 BT maybe. So again, can't really recommend Top-Down enough, to be honest. Got a couple of their products, can't fault them. So yeah, well worth the money. So that's the Peugeot finally sold. It took a good 6 weeks to shift, as for some reason there wasn't much interest in it whatsoever. After relisting it and reducing it every few days, I finally received a message from a guy who needed a motorway cruiser, as he was a carpenter, so he wanted something he can just kind of take to and from work and chuck all his tools in the back without worrying about damaging the car. After 6 weeks of keep relisting it, I reduced the cost of the car down to £1,100, as by this time I just wanted it gone so I can invest in something else. So the chap turned up, took it for a spin, and made me a cheeky offer of £800 due to no cam-out history, and it was approaching 100,000 miles, to be fair. So we eventually come to a deal at £900, which I think is a bargain for him. So we transferred the funds, filled out the paperwork, and he was soon on his way. So let's go through this horrible bit, the figures. So I paid £496.96, including fees for the car from BCA. I spent £40 on a taxi from the train station to the BCA site. In total, I spent £86 on fuel. MOT cost £50. Rear number plate bulb cost £4, and a CV boot replacement cost £200, which I thought was quite steep, along with a new battery, which I forgot to film, that I put in, cost £80. This coming to a grand total of £956.85, making a total loss of £56.85. Although I'm disappointed with the loss, I'm actually quite happy to free up some more funds to put into other projects moving forwards. Usually I work out how much I've made on an hourly basis. So let's go through how much I have lost, or it's cost me per hour. So I spent 3 hours collecting the car, 2 hours washing the car, both internal and external, obviously with some help from my other half as well, an hour taking pictures and advertising it, and finally an hour picking up a battery and fitting that as well. That came to a total of 7 hours. So I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure how to work that out on an hourly basis, but what I do know is that I've spent 7 hours of my time just to lose over 50 quid. So there you go. So yeah, it's not all glitz and glamour in the motor trade, but like I said, I'm happy to use that money, get rid of the car and put that into something else for the future. And to be fair, you will come across the odd loss now and again, but if you can recoup most of your funds on a car that's been sticking around for ages, then like I said, you can invest that in something else as well. So that's it for this video. Join me again in the next one, and hopefully it'll be a different outcome, but we'll wait and see.